Welcome back to Across Louisiana. You know, it's hard to believe that it's here already, but we're already talking about the spectacle that is Hollydays. And here to tell me all about what this year's edition will feature is the 2015 Hollydays Chair, Stacey Fruge. Welcome to the show.
Hi, how you doing?
Obviously, this isn't a great event. It's a super popular event here in the greater Baton Rouge area. Always something for everyone, right? So tell me a little bit about what's coming up with regard to Hollydays.
Hollydays is September 30th, October 1st through 3rd this year. In Blitz and Bash will be the opening of the event, which kicks off the shopping market.
It's an exciting preview gala for everyone to come and take a look.
Correct, yes. It starts from 6 to 10 p.m. Wednesday evening on September 30th, and we will have a silent auction as well, which is from 6 to 9:30 p.m. Also, shopping hours will be from 6 to 8:30 p.m.
So that's really a chance for people here in the greater Baton Rouge area to kind of get in the spirit and come check it out. Obviously, this is something that folks love going to, and there's always a great spate of events for something like this. You have some coming up. Tell me more about that.
Also on Thursday morning, which is October 1st from 9 to 12 p.m. is Dashing Through the Aisles, which is our preferred shopping event. The merchants will provide VIP specials, and also we will have breakfast snacks and mimosas and Bloody Marys. Everybody
so
loves
I'm sure
them.
that'll be popular right there. And so tell me a little bit about that. When you say preferred shopping, what does that mean for the folks?
It's the opening of the market, you know, Thursday morning.
It's really a chance for people to get out there and kind of get the jump on it, right? And see
Correct.
what this year's edition of Hollydays has to offer.
Correct. We have some fabulous new merchants. One is Kiki Bean, which is, they'll be selling bedhead pajamas for moms and daughters to match. Also, we have Treasured Accessories coming out from California,
Nice.
just to name a few.
So obviously it's some exciting new things, maybe something people haven't had a chance to see before. And then one of the other things that I love about Hollydays are the backpacks. That's one of my favorite elements of this whole thing. Tell me a little bit about it.
The Weekend Backpacks is one of our community projects that we fund through the Junior League, and all money raised through Hollydays goes back into the community. The Weekend Backpacks, we provide meals for children outside of school on the weekends and holidays, and it impacts about 600 families.
So that's really a way that people here in the greater Baton Rouge area can jump right in and support and really give back right here in town.
Correct.
Well, I know there's lots going on, and I'm sure there's plenty that people are going to want to catch up on. If people need to find out more about the great sponsors involved with Hollydays or just about the schedule of events, where do they need to go to find more information on that?
By logging on to hollydays.org or calling the Junior League of Baton Rouge office. Tickets are online with Ticketmaster, along with you can call and purchase tickets through the Junior League office.
Always an exciting time here in Baton Rouge to get people into the holiday spirit. Thanks so much for coming on and telling us all about it.
Thank you.
Sure thing. Well, you probably know about them for their great physical therapy work here in the greater Baton Rouge area, but Peak Performance has an exciting new pelvic floor clinic. Take a look.
Pelvic floor therapy is something that lots of people don't know about or know that they can get help for. It's a very sensitive subject. People don't really like to talk about it around here, about bladder dysfunction, bowel dysfunction, or any kind of pelvic pain. But it's very common for women, especially after having babies or in the menopausal years. So having a place like this is a very comfortable place for them to come so that they can get treatment for their pelvic muscle dysfunction, and we can really work to eliminate the bladder and bowel symptoms. So at the initial evaluation, we sit and talk where the patient tells me their symptoms, I get a good medical history on the patient, and then I explain to them the function of the pelvic muscles related to their bladder or bowel dysfunction. When we come into the treatment room, we use the biofeedback technology to get a muscle reading. We watch it on the computer screen. The patient watches it with me. We analyze the muscle strength. I show the patient, this is what your strength looks like, this is what we're looking for. We also look at resting pelvic muscle tone, endurance, coordination, and we do this each time the patient comes to therapy. When they go home, They do not have the technology, obviously, but they have homework that they practice. And then once they come back, we check and compare from session to session to make sure that we're giving the right exercises and that we're improving strength from as the weeks go on.
It was a friend of Lacey's, Lauren, and she was my physical therapist. And so we discussed, I was telling her about some issues that I had, and she told me about Lacey. And I said, you know, I'd really like to try that. And she told me a little bit about it, and I had some issues that I thought Lacey would be able to help me with. And consequently, that's exactly what happened. She was able to help me with a lot of things that had been on my mind and I'd been worried about. Because I have frequent things to happen to me, and I didn't want to have surgery, in other words. And so throughout this sessions that we've had, it's all worked. It's been very beneficial.
Strengthening is, I would say, only about 50% of what goes on here, though. The other 50% is education. I think it's extremely important to educate the patient on how the bladder and how the pelvic muscles work together so that you can use those muscles to retrain and to eliminate the symptoms.
She gives me a lot of information that I can use at home. Everything we go through, she gives me papers that have the instructions for things that I can do at home, the exercises I can do at home, and which is really beneficial to me.
Patients really feel so much better about themselves after coming to therapy. I have lots of patients who will come in and say, I can't go anywhere without going straight to a restroom. And then they'll a few weeks later come back and say, I went to eat dinner and I didn't even have to go to the restroom the whole time I was there. That's huge.
I'm at the end of it, end of my sessions now, and everything she got me up to exactly where she wanted me to be, the percentage-wise. And so I'm good to go. I'm can graduate now. And that's what I'm going to do.
As an occupational therapist, it's a very rewarding feeling to know that you've changed someone's quality of life. And that's really what it's all about. We look at the computer a lot when we're doing our exercises, and everyone says, what number do I have to, how strong do I have to be to get rid of my symptoms? And there's no set number. There's no set, if you contract your muscles and squeeze to 20 millivolts, you won't leak anymore. It's different for every single patient. It's specific to each individual. And when people are very dedicated to exercising and to and making the changes that are necessary, they see huge impacts. Their results are amazing, and they tell everybody they know now. They talk about it all the time because they feel like everybody needs to know about this place, and you've got to come to therapy. It helped me so much. For more information, you can look us up at peakphysicaltherapy.com or call us at 225-292-2526. The Peak Pelvic Floor Clinic is located on Jefferson Highway in between Bluebonnet and Airline. I really thought that this Bluebonnet Jefferson area was a great place to be to accommodate patients coming from all parts of Baton Rouge. If you come and see us at the Peak Pelvic Floor Clinic, I promise to help improve your quality of life, make you feel comfortable, and help get your life back.
Always great to catch up with Peak Performance to find out the great things they have going on, like the Pelvic Floor Clinic and their new RR exercise program. When we come back on Across Louisiana, get the scoop on the Baton Rouge Maker Fair with the East Baton Rouge Parish Library. Don't miss it, everybody.